Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius. Secretary Sebelius, thanks for joining me today. I know it's a big day for a lot of people in the administration and who are former administration officials. For all the defense you've done on this law, do you feel vindicated today?
Well, Alex, I think this law has always been about people who wanted and needed desperately affordable health coverage. So there are 6.4 million people who now know that the coverage that they have can continue on with subsidies, and millions more who can take advantage of it. I've been a lucky one. I've always had affordable, available health care. So I feel great for the people who talk to me every day in the grocery store and on airplanes and stop me on sidewalks and tell me that this has changed their life forever. They no longer have to worry about affording health care if they get sick, taking care of their kids, and this is a very good day for those Americans.
Were you worried?
Always. It's unpredictable. I thought the case was incredibly strong. I was a little confused why the court took it in the first place. But having said that, there was no guarantee that the court would find against the plaintiffs. I think the great news is that a strong majority of the court, including Justice Roberts and Kennedy, said this is what the law was intended to do, to actually improve the insurance market, help people get health insurance, not jeopardize the coverage that they had. So I was really pleased that the decision was so strong, and with a 6-3 majority, hopefully it lays to rest a lot of the issues around, is the law constitutional or not? It clearly is.
What did you think of Justice Scalia calling this SCOTUS care?
Well, unfortunately, I think Justice Scalia sees the world through a different lens, has not been a fan of this law, in case anybody missed the first decision, and clearly that continues on, and seems to be frustrated by the fact that the majority is growing, not shrinking.
Do you think that this decision changes the politics around the law? I mean, when you look at the polling about Americans' opinions of the ACA, 8% say the law is working well. That's an NBC Wall Street Journal poll from today. Only 40% believe it needs only minor modifications to be improved. I mean, do you think this represents a change in public opinion?
Well, I think that people are now saying this is the law. I hope Congress stops relitigating the past. I feel like we're living in Groundhog Day, and starts looking toward the future. The president has said from the very beginning, if there are better ideas about how to insure millions of Americans, how to keep costs low, how to improve the care that people get every day, bring them forward. Happy to work on them. But in 5.5 years, the Republican opponents have never had a viable alternative. I hope that this shifts the focus toward the future. I think that same poll indicates that the vast majority of Americans felt if the court were to rule with the plaintiffs, Congress should immediately act to restore the subsidies. They believe in the framework of affordable health care. So let's get on. Let's make health care better for everybody, continuing on with the kind of delivery system reform, better care for every individual every time they come in contact with the healthcare system. That will be good news for all Americans.